Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a high level 3v3 fastest map featuring Terror and his clanmates. Left side. Yes, it is top versus bottom here. Bottom left we have a yellow Protoss player. It is a Bibiak. His teammate clear across the map here is a brown Terran player, Bullpay. And we've got Fan running at the Protoss contingent of this team. He is purple. Team 2, we've got a Protoss player named Ho-Ho. We've got Hoang So, which is Terror from the Neox clan. And Wizen, who is a Protoss player as well. So, Protoss and Terran and one Zerg. But the one Zerg is Terror. Okay, man. I feel like Terror has to wall up here. I feel like he cannot go hatch first. 9 pool? Okay. Okay, so overpool. Overpool in it. Very, very safe. Very, very standard. There are going to be a lot of zealots in your base very soon, I feel like. Because if you let Terror get macroed up in a fastest map, Zerg is dangerous, but Terror is super dangerous. So 2-gate opening here from Fan. We got ourselves a barracks opening from his teammate there. And Bibiak, 2-gate opening as well. All right, Ho-Ho. Yes, Ho-Ho's 2-gate opening to help defend. And a proxy engineering bay. Sure. I don't know what this is for exactly. I guess you can float it and use it for scouting purposes over here for a while and maybe get some really good intel on what Terror's going for. What direction are you going? Yeah, look at this. He's just going to float this NG bay over and just get perfect scouting what Terror is doing. I kind of love this play. What is happening right now? This is a Patreon cast, by the way. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for the week of December the 3rd or 4th or so. Thanks for supporting me out here for at least $1 a month. I do appreciate it. And if you're watching this in the month of January, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week with Brood War content. Don't miss days. Let's just keep that money. Let's just keep that in mind. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I do not miss days. End of discussion. 3 racks in it here is Bullpay, the 3-gate from Bibiak, and additional gateways. Nope, Cybercore and a pylon here from Ho-Ho. Wait, the engineering bay went the other direction? Is it just poking in for like little tiny scouts and then moving out? Either way, look at this. Terror's like, an engineering bay. He probably knows about it already, but macro hatch coming in. He's got his gas coming in there too. Gonna go ahead and throw up a hatch at the choke for easier defense against incoming zealots and whatnot, because they are coming. See this? See, we're grouping up here from Bibiak. See this from Fan, also grouping up. This is going to be fairly intense. I cannot imagine they're going anywhere but to Terror, although, I don't know, maybe Ho-Ho's not quite ready for this. Ho-Ho doesn't have a bunch of zealots. Look at this. The probe comes in and says, you have 1 zealot. What is wrong with you? Oh, well, let's go try to kill Terror anyway. You're probably not as big of a threat. We can kill you later. Right, is the general concept here. Fan trying to scout up at Wizen's base. And yeah, okay, Zealots just do a run by. Oh no. Oh no, Terror. Gil, that is the problem with trying to throw up a choke defense, is if you can just get run by, then it's worse than having like no defense at all almost. Look at this. There's nothing to defend. There's 2 wings popping out. The drones are trying to fight, but that is just not exactly long-term life-affirming decision-making there. Who's coming to help? Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho's on his way to help here. Wizen's on his way to help here, too. Kind of surprised that Bullpay hasn't moved out at all, but... Dude, the Zealots are absolutely killing drones. Oh, it's down to 9 drones right now for Terror. C'est pas possible. Terror, he wasn't ready for it. I'm actually surprised by this. Alright, so Ho-Ho is at least trying to help right now. Wizen shows up with his zealots too, and they should be able to keep him alive. But on the other side, we've got Fan, who is counterattacking Wizen. It's his neighbors who's going to try to kill his stuff, try to kill his pylons and whatnot, and that is just looking extremely bad for him. So everybody went to save Terror, but Terror, I mean, he's saved, and maybe he can assist you later, Wizen, but Wizen's in a lot of trouble. He is throwing up a bunch of cannons. He's got additional gateways back here to fall back to. Look at this, Bullpay showing up. There's 2 Sunkens and a choke. Maybe he doesn't like it. Maybe he's waiting for upgrades. What's he working on here? Stim? Maybe waiting for Stim. Maybe if you... Oh, it does have a couple medevacs. Oh, no. Bullpay. Bullpay, no. The medevacs are walking into Sunkens. Get them. Get them so they die. Oh, yeah. The medics are going to die. And by that, I mean the energy has to run out first. There we go. The medics are dead. An attack here from Bibiak. Now going after Ho-Ho. I thought he might earlier, but now he's doing the thing. There are no cannons to defend here either. Bibiak's like, help me. I got a scout out, because of course we got a scout out. It's the fastest map. I am a little bit under the weather. I'm sure people have noticed. I'm okay. I'm feeling fine. I'm resting for the most part and trying to drink a lot of fluids and eat soup and stuff. Should be fine soon. Anyway, I'm casting this like December the 2nd. So, if you're watching this in January, you don't have to worry, like, are you sick, Falcon? Nah, I was sick back in December, not now. Alright. Anyway, unfortunately, Ho-Ho, in a rough way, he's trying to use the scout to defend, which is awesome. A cannon would have been great, too, but actually, he gets his own zealots out and manages to hold it off. Wow, I thought some of these zealots belonged to Bibiak. The yellow zealots and the orange zealots look pretty similar from a distance here. But Bullpay and Fan and Bibiak are holding the center of the map right now. Terror is trying to get on that macro. He's making 6 more drones. He's going to be up to 20 workers fairly soon. He was under 10. Remember, just a couple of minutes ago here. Nobody's close to 100 supply. The closest is Bullpay with 60 supply. He's got his lot of Marines out. He's got his stim. He's got his medics. Another attack from Bibiak. Maybe trying to go after Ho-Ho, but he's got 2 scouts, man. 2 scouts. Gonna go up against a guy who's got 2 scouts? I don't think so. And he is anyway, though. All right. I mean, nobody has any upgrades at this stage. It is 0-0-0s across the board. I mean, if the scouts had an upgrade, I'd laugh so hard right now, but we're at 6 minutes. That is not what is happening. Templar Archives finishing warping in here from Fan. Lair just about done from Terror. Up north, Wizen doing some pretty good stuff, working on more zealots all the time. Yeah, Bibiak coming up to join the center with his teammates, with his unholy triumvirate. In Le Centre du Map. Arbiter Tribunal getting started from Ho-Ho. I don't like that play very much. Like a Reaver recall or a big Zealot recall into a base can be really damaging in any version of StarCraft, but in fastest map too. So a handful of lings are out from Terry. He's like, I can't just make drones, and he's making some lings, which is nice. He's getting metabolic boost at 7.5 minutes, so these are slow lings. They're just not going to do anything against Bullpay here. I don't see them really doing anything against anybody here. Yeah, so the slow lings jump on these Marines, and they all die. I think maybe 2 of the Marines went down there, but that was not cost efficient at all. Slow lings, bad unit. Slow lings not meant to engage with stuff. Unless it's a desperation situation. If you're defending your homeland, then by all means engage. Observatory on the way from Fan, working on just Marines, man. Bullpay is interestingly not really going for mech here. Because generally what we see in these team games is mech for Terran, because it's viable in all 3 matchups, right? It's good against Terran, it's good against Protoss, it's good against Zerg. But he seems to be more interested in going for this Marine medic stuff, which Psionic Storm is very good against, Reavers are very good against, Plague is pretty good against, Dark Swarm is pretty good against. Like, there's more answers to this. Anyway, I don't see anybody getting Storm in that production tab. Who got the Arbiter Tribunal? Ho-Ho did, but he used it for Arbiter Tech instead. So, yeah, man. If I saw my opposing Terran player was making this many Marines, I'd be like, can we get some splash damage out here? That'd be good. Smash in face into cannon wall of Wizen. That's not happening. Wizen's shutting that down. Yeah, I mean, poking up here is pretty much suicide on its own. That's not going to work out. Pushing out from the left side, Ho-Ho kind of by himself, engaging with all 3 of his enemies, which is not what you want to do here. The scouts have some kills, but now there's actual Dragoons attacking them, and that means the scouts are going to die. Fairly well, scouts. Archon's doing pretty well against the enemy Zealots. 2 kills on that one, 2 kills on that one. Sharing their kills quite nicely. Oh, there was a big fire bat drop over here on Terror, and he got knocked down to 4 drones. Oh, no. Oh, no, these fire bats doing some... Oh, my gosh, they're still doing some work. That one's got 5 kills. This one's got 9 kills. That one's got 3 kills. Oh, no. Terror having a bad time right now. I mean, this is what can happen in team games, is even your favorite player can kind of get ganged up on. One drop can go poorly for him and really slow him down. This Firebat is still trying to take down the Hydralisk Den. He does like, I don't know, 6 damage per hit slowly by himself. Not exactly ideal, eh? Stasis on the way from Ho-Ho. Terror's production tab is empty because he's at 7 drones now. He's lower than he was after the initial attack that ran by his front door. So with the combination of the attack on the run by and losing this hatch and getting fire back. Oh, we're back. Okay. Man, that brown is not easy to see on the mini-map here. All right. So the Scourge were looking for that dropship. They missed. And I don't know, man. I'm looking at this. Okay, the dropship dies. That's a benefit. It has to be replaced by the Terran player, but boo. Look who's setting up a little cannon zone down here. Bibiak, bottom side, center base. The Spire's getting sniped. I mean, Terror has 14 minerals and no additional income because they're camping his mineral line. It's only 3 Marines, but it's 3 Marines more than he's got to deal with here. He doesn't have enough lings to deal with that many. So the Zealots have to come all the way down from Team Ho-Ho. Terror just like, I don't know, man. Oh, he only has 14. No, he only has 14 minerals and 0 drones. He can't rebuild. He GG's out. Oh, no. I did not expect... I mean, okay, part of me kind of expected Terror to be the first one to die in this game because he was the only Zerg. We know how that works in general. The DT shows up from Fan. Can't go into cannon range because he'll die, but standing out here in Gatewayville is pretty fantastic nevertheless. Storm is on the way from Fan, so that's good. My gosh. Oh, wait, from Fan. Terran is on his team. I mean, that's just, wow. 153 supply for Fan, 150 for Bullpay, 108 for Bibiak, and it's 68 and 102 for Team Terror. And Terror he's just done, man. I mean, that is honestly why we watch the games, right? I loaded this up, and I assumed Terror would not be the first one to die. I mean, there's chances, right? There's odds. The odds were that Terror was not going to be the first one to die. Am I utterly shocked forever that he was the first one to die? No, because he's a Zerg player in a team game. And the only Zerg player in a team game, and a pretty scary one. Battlecruiser's on the way from Bullpay. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys clicking on this. I'm sure some people didn't click on this because they were like, I don't want to watch Terror just run over some scrubs. Yeah, that's not what happened. That is not what happened at all here today. I mean, it's a matter of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. He had not fully walled off when the Zealots arrived, and as a result, he got run by, and that absolutely crippled him for the rest of the game. I mean, he could have made a recovery if he hadn't also been absolutely firebat dropped into oblivion, and then Marine dropped later into oblivion. Someone is shooting. Okay, there we go. They're shooting a barracks. It's cool. I mean, guess we don't need that barracks anymore. Did he just... Wow, yeah. He just lifted off all of his barracks. He's sending them across the map to everywhere. And he is transitioning into mech now with battlecruiser play. Scouts are on the way from Ho-Ho. Scouts are very good against battlecruisers, not as good against dragoons as we saw earlier. 1-1-1 dragoons. The siege tanks are at 0-0 upgrades. The Marines are at 1-1. So we got the Marines all the way to 1-1, and we're just not building any more of those because all the barracks are flying around. I'm going to try to jump into Cannonville, which without any medic support, like, all right. Yeah, he killed one. Ah, reinforcements are on the way, though. Yeah, that's problematic. That is gonna be an issue here. The Marines are basically trying to free up supply because Bullpay was maxed out and he wanted to make more battle cruisers. So these Marines are sent to the front lines to be massacred and sacrificed to Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho's like, well, that was nice, but now I have to deal with my own, oh my gosh, my own little cannon zealot tank army in the center of the map that I can't really break. Actually, that is not happening whatsoever. Ho-Ho's here to deal with maybe potential drops, which would be cool. Zealotes cruising on in from Fan. They got 1-1-1 upgrades that are better against cannons. Terror has some rectangle languages to say to us. Thank you, Terror, for that. Does throw down a stasis, kind of creating a bit of a choke at his front door. It's Ho-Ho, so that's nice. But it's not enough to stop the eventual overrun of his entire civilization. The civilization of Ho-Ho is looking mighty problematic. Wizen's only at 107 supply here. Yeah, in this game, what it potentially feels like to me is that they gave Terror, he recalls his scouts over here, to Fan's base. Maybe gave him 2 of the maybe not as good players, maybe? An attempt to make it a little bit more even, and this is the result. Sometimes that can happen with team games. So, I mean, this is nice. This is kind of cute. Out of Ho-Ho, who, again, can kick my butt in this game, upways and downways, even if he hasn't played for a few years, because this is a bit of an older replay, but yeah, I mean, this is going pretty well for these scouts, actually. Nobody can hit them because they're cloaked. The Arbiter is doing some awesome stuff right now. Probe count for Fan is down to 24, which is not great. But also, Ho-Ho is getting revenged upon by just a whole ton of Dragoons with +2 attack, burning down all of his production facilities. So he does have to storm there a little bit to try to deal with the Arbiter, which is hilarious because they were very close to these probes, and storming your own probes is a bad time. So yeah, man, scouts have not had an air enemy to attack thus far. Fan's working on carriers. He's very sad about this. He wishes he had some anti-air units that he could attack. Man, they've got a few kills here, but man, 1 Dragoon is just so hard for them to kill, especially with that 2-2-2. And yeah, there's nowhere for them to go. I honestly don't know what Wizen's trying to do here. I guess he's going carriers. Fair enough, man. Never gonna say no to carriers, but I think Ho-Ho just tapped out. He's just got too much enemy inside of his gates. He cannot be pleased about that at all. And bam, got recalled on top of, Bibiak recalling on top of Wizen here. And everybody taps out from Team Terror. Blah! All right. So again, a little bit sick. That's okay. I'll be fine in a couple days, most likely. Cannot stop me from the casting. Can't stop and won't stop. Anywho, yeah, that was rough. I mean, it all hinged on one moment. It really did. If this was a full wall, the Zealots to make the run by attack, Wizen doesn't have to send units all the way down to protect Terror. Ho-Ho doesn't either. And everything is a much, much different game from there. That said, I kind of feel like Wizen had a while to macro up and then just kind of didn't, I guess. Oh, he got Storm Drop too on his probes. Of course he did. 34 kills on that High Templar. I was like, where's his workers? Okay, he had a bunch. He was floating like 10,000 minerals and 800 gas tubes. So his macro not as good here. Terror was given probably a handicap that he could not overcome. And that's it. Battle cruisers out from bull pay. I don't know that they actually did anything today. I don't think they did anything. So thanks for showing up, guys. You're the best. Do appreciate that. 107,000 points from Fan. Oh, 107 from bull pay too. So yeah, definitely carrying their team. Bibiak at 104. So just big point discrepancies for team winning guys here. Ended up killing the most units. Ho-Ho did. All right, actually no, bull pay did. Ho-Ho was very close, which is very impressive. And then resources here telling the story about Terror's inability to get anything going economically. Unfortunately, Bibiak really killing it on everything. Gas mined, minerals mined, and total spent. Significantly more than anybody else in this match. Good job, Bibiak. Cool. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.